Jyoti, నాది ఇంకో ఫోన్ ఉంది. వైట్ ఫోన్ చూడు. వైట్ ఫోన్ ఇవ్వు. నాకు ఫోన్ వైట్ ఫోన్ నాది నాకు వైట్ ఫోన్ ఇవ్వమని చెప్పిన సార్ నీకు మీదలే వీళ్ళు కిందికి వెళ్ళి ఏమైనా తీసినా 1 అవర్ Yes, good evening, everyone.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Yes. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Hey. Yeah. So today I'm going to talk about, there is a concept is called as an exception handling concept. So already we have spoken about exception handling. Do you remember something about it? Somewhere we spoken about.
Yes, sir. In
Try
file,
accept.
sir. Try accept.
Yes, exactly. So,
Sir,
yes, correct. Exactly.
exception handling and multi-threading are same concept, sir.
No. Multi-threading is parallel execution process. Multi-threading is different.
Okay, sir.
That is a thread concept, servlets concept.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So, yeah. Firstly, in any programming language, record. I have already started, right? Yes. Okay. In any programming language, there are two types of errors are occur. Clear? The first one is syntax error. Why the syntax error will come? If the developer will make grammatical mistakes or violate programming language rules, then syntax errors are occur. Then syntax errors are occur. Clear? So such an example, you know what example is? Let's suppose if you write a if condition 2 is greater than 3, if you don't keep a semicolon here, if you don't keep a colon here, it's a syntactical mistake. It is a syntactical error. Similarly, there are second type of error you are going to get, you know what? Runtime errors. Runtime errors, also known as a semantic errors. Semantic errors or context errors, or we can say dynamic errors. These are the names actually. Dynamic errors. See, also known as the logical errors also. These many names are there. Logical errors. These errors are occur due to logical mistakes. Logical mistakes. Clear? See, what are the grammar, like, you know, logical mistakes we do generally, you know, let's suppose, can you divide the number divided by 0? Can you divide number divided by 0? We cannot. It's a logical error. Can you add a integer place as well as a float? It's a logical mistake. Can you add one integer and one is a string? All these are the logical mistakes. They are not going to be a syntactical mistakes. Do you agree with me? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So here, when the software application,
Yes.
when the software application is already under maintenance. Under maintenance means what? Already it is working. Already it is working in ATM or somewhere under the maintenance. Due to hardware or software related errors are likely occurs. When the error occur, that has to handle, else the whole application will be halt. See, whenever error occurs, we have to handle it. Otherwise, the whole application will stop. Such an errors are going to be handled in Python programming language. There are 4 important keywords. That is tricolon, except colon, find either else or either finally. These are the 4 keywords we do have in order to handle the exception handling concept. Exception handling concept or runtime errors can be handled with the help of these particular errors. Such as some errors we are going to see here. Some errors we are going to see here, right? Yeah. So let us go to the, practicals. See, I have written a lot of things in the PPT. I'll be send it to you. Just to go through that. Yeah. I'm writing some examples here. Please, you just try to see here. Exception handling. Yeah. Right. See, let us suppose, I'm going to give one syntactical error. Demo about syntax error. When the error will be thrown syntactically. Let's suppose I'm going to write amount is equal to 10,000. If an amount is greater than 10K, isn't it? Here, if I give semicolon, what happens here? Your amount is exceeded. Like that, the error will be thrown. Let us execute now. What happens? Greater than or equals to we can write so that the output will be given to you. Your amount is exceeded. Let us suppose I'm going to remove this colon, which means what? You are grammatically, semantically, or syntactically, you are not following the language rule. Therefore, what is an error is going to be thrown to you? Here you see, syntax error. We expected colon is mandatory. Even though if we keep this, but I'll remove this particular one double quotation. It is also a syntactical error. You see, this print statement has to be terminated correctly. These are all, syntactical mistakes. You are not following the rule. Let us suppose here I am going to keep 1, 2, 3. You see what happens? It's a syntactical mistake. You are not following the rule. Are you with me, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Therefore, these are all lot of syntactical errors. We can able to follow the textbooks and we can able to avoid it. But logical errors are inevitably it would be happen. Inevitably means what? We don't favor them. We don't expect to be happen the error, but it happens. That's called, what? That's called, what? Runtime errors. Although the application is under the maintenance, under the usage, then the errors are going to be thrown. Yes or no? How you are going to handle them is an important matter. Isn't it? Let us suppose, I'll be make this particular as a comment.
సార్ అంటే ప్రోగ్రామ్ కరెక్ట్ గా రాసినా గానీ అది ఎర్రర్ అనేది త్రో చేస్తుంది సార్ కొన్నిసార్లు.
అంతే కదా
అంతేనా
మరి
సార్?
ఇప్పుడు ATM లోకి వెళ్తావు. ATM లోకి వెళ్ళి ట్రాన్సాక్షన్ అయిన తర్వాత కార్డు బయటకు పీకాలి.
సార్
What you will do before the transaction, throwing the money, it's throwing the money to you, it is dispensing the money, you are trying to withdraw the card, you are pull out the card by force. It is an exceptional error or not? Nobody will expect.
ఎస్ సార్.
So such errors, hardware related errors, software related errors would happen inevitably. అందుకోసమే ఆ వర్డ్ యూజ్ చేస్తాను. ఇన్వైటబ్లీ అంటే
ఓకే.
ఏంటంటే మనం ఊహించము. We cannot expect, but it
అనివార్యంగా
happens. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's
ఓకే
suppose,
సార్.
another example. Example for runtime error. Runtime error అంటే ఏంటి? Logical error అంటే ఏంటి? Let's suppose there is an amount is 10,000. A is equal to amount divided by 0. ఒకటికి మ్యాథమెటిక్స్ రాదు. Print A. So now if you execute this program, ఇది runtime error అని లాజికల్ ఎర్రర్, it is not a syntactical error. You see now, see what happens. It gives you know what type of error it is. Zero division error. This error will be runtime error. దీన్ని మనము appropriate గా హ్యాండిల్ చేయొచ్చు. చేయాలి. Program, if it is running under the maintenance, if this kind of errors would happen, the whole application will be get stopped. Rather than that, we can handle it. So how you are going to handle it? Let's suppose, we have to handle it. ఇప్పుడు ఏం చేస్తాం దీన్ని మనము complete గా try colon. If you give colon, this amount has to become this, like this. Yes, sir. So obviously it has to be except there is a built-in error, like zero division error. You see, కనిపిస్తుందా? Are you seeing right? Zero division error. We
Yes,
are
sir.
going to handle it. And then we are going to print that new nachinate. Hey, you are by mistake trying to divide a number by 0. Kindly change denominator. So now you execute. What happens? Are you seeing this? If you get this kind of message, you are handling the exception handling concept. The system, that the whole application does not stop execution process. It will be throw an error. This kind of user defined message will be thrown to the user. The application will be restart. Rest of the lines are going to be executed. So whenever the runtime errors, it has to be handled with exception handling, else the whole application functionality would be stopped. Are you clear, guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
That's very important. The similar way I have shown you already. Let's I'll be doing one thing. ఎక్కడ చెప్పా నేను? Yeah. Yes.
ఫైల్స్ కాన్సెప్ట్ చెప్పారు సార్.
Yes, here I haven't explained to you with ఇక్కడ చెప్తాను. What is this program is meant for? We wanted to create a database over the Venkat's database. What I'm going to do here, I'm going to keep, shall I take another program? Yeah, I'll be taking another program. A new program I'll take. Database creation using exception handling. Clear? Now import mysql.connector. Clear? Now I'm going to create a try. Accept. Clear? Yes or no? Now, what I'm writing here, query. Query is what? Create database. Database name is December 8th. Today's database. Clear? Underscore DB. This is the database I wanted to create. Are you clear, guys? Connection is equal to mysql dot connector dot connect. ఇక్కడ ఏమి ఇస్తాం మనము? Host is equal to localhost. User is equal to Venkat. And password is equal to MySQL. Are you clear? If successfully created the database, the connection will be established. Now I am going to create a cursor. Cursor is equal to connection dot cursor. Okay. Then I am going to create a cursor dot execute query. Clear? So if it executed successfully, then I would be able to commit it. Commit. Yes or no? And then obviously I'm going to write a print statement is that database is created successfully. In case due to some reason, if the database not created successfully, what happens here? Database not successfully created due to wrong credentials. Are you clear? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let me execute. Let me open the MySQL. MySQL. Show databases. Are you seeing any database like, December like that? You see here, December 8th underscore database. There is no database here. Yes or no? There is
Yes,
no
sir.
database. Now, I will be make intentionally one mistake. What is that mistake? Venkat is the actual genuine username, but I'm making it as a Venka. I have made a mistake. Now I'm trying to execute this program. What is an error you are going to get? You see now. What is an error you have got?
Database not successfully created.
Yes, because it is an exceptional error is
Except-
handled. It is handled. If in case, if I make correctly, you see what is output you are going to get.
Try block.
Now database, whatever the code is successfully executed, database is successfully created. Now again you trying to show the database, it might be created. What is the database I have created now?
December 8.
December 8 underscore database has been created. Yes or no?
Yes.
Whatever the reason, earlier I have made a mistake in Venkat. But now I'm going to change. December 9th is the new database I want to create. And here in the password, I'll make mistake. The password, MySQL, I'm not going to give L. Again, the except block is going to handle what mistake it has made. You see, database not successfully created due to wrong credentials. Yes or no?
Yes.
This is how it has to be used. Try except blocks to handle, to handle the exceptions would happen at a runtime. With what reason it is going to happen, we don't know. Developer will make mistakes, some mistakes. Who is going to handle it? That except block need to be handled. Now you remove that. Now you do one thing. You remove. You remove this, what exactly I'll be doing? I'll be copy this program and I'll be doing without, try catch. What happens, you see? Some other errors are going to be thrown to you. Copy. I'll be make this entire the program as a comment. I'll be make this entire the program as comment. Clear? Paste. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఇది తీసేస్తాను, ఎక్సెప్ట్ బ్లాక్స్ తీసేస్తాను, అసలు ఇది ఉండదు ఇంకా. ట్రై కూడా ఉండదు. సో ఇవన్నీ ఈ లైన్స్ అన్ని లెఫ్ట్ సైడ్కి తీసుకెళ్ళి. క్రియేట్. ఇప్పుడు ఇప్పుడు ఇంకా MySQL పాస్వర్డ్లో తప్పు ఉంది. ఇప్పుడు నేను ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేస్తున్నాను, అవుట్పుట్ ఏమొస్తుందో చూడండి. వాట్ ఈస్ అన్ అవుట్పుట్? ఇలా ఎర్రర్ వచ్చేసింది అనుకో, యాక్సెస్ 1045 యాక్సెస్ డినైడ్ వెంకట్ యూజర్ లోకల్ హోస్ట్ పాస్వర్డ్ సంథింగ్ ఏదో ప్రాబ్లం ఉందని ఇలా ఎర్రర్ వచ్చేసింది అనుకో, హోల్ అప్లికేషన్ వర్క్ చేయకుండా అయిపోతుంది. ఇలా రావద్దు. మనము నచ్చినట్టు ఒక ఎర్రర్ వచ్చి చెప్పేసి అప్లికేషన్ ఆటోమేటిక్గా మళ్ళీ వర్క్ అవ్వాలి. అలా అవ్వాలంటే యూ హ్యావ్ టు యూస్ ఎక్సెప్షన్ హ్యాండ్లింగ్ కాన్సెప్ట్. ఆర్ యూ సీయింగ్ గైస్? ఇన్ కేస్ if we execute properly, if we give properly, now I am going to give correct password, but I'll make a mistake in user. Now you see the output. Same output. 1045 access denied. Yes or no?
సార్ ఇది ప్రోగ్రామాటిక్ ఎర్రర్ అయితే లాజికల్ ఎర్రర్ అయితే సార్?
Logical error, right? You have not made syntactical error, right? You have made a logical error. ఎవరు అది మాట్లాడేది? Right. So now I'm giving a correct input. Now you see the output. Database is created successfully. So exception handling లేకపోతే ఇలా ఉంటుంది situation. Are you clear about it?
ఓకే, ఎస్ సార్.
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes. This is very important, guys. Even ఇప్పుడు next Monday నుంచి Selenium testing automation all we are going from Monday. So these are all things very quite commonly we are going to use them. Somewhere else try except blocks. So that time don't ask me that what is exactly that, this, all this, right? So please, that's what I'm just telling you, some kind of things, right? So yeah, I'll be taking another example. Now better, no? ఒక పని చేయండి, ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ని కావాల్సి ఉంటే కాపీ చేసుకొని ఇక్కడ కూడా పేస్ట్ చేసుకోండి, ఫ్యూచర్లో మీకు ఉపయోగపడుతుంది. ఎండ్ ఆఫ్ ద డే ఐల్ బి గివ్ యూ దిస్ హోల్ the whole thing to you, so you will be getting otherwise. Paste. Copy. Clear? Right. So even though I explained to you about files also, how to keep a try and accept blocks, I'll be taking another example. Like, demo 2. Let's suppose there is a variable is called as x is equal to 5. There is a y is a variable which is holding the string Hyderabad. Now I'm trying to perform z is equal to x plus y. Print y. Now this is, can you consider this as a syntactical error or semantical error? It's not a syntax, this is a semantic error. Let me execute what happens, you see. What is an error? What is an error?
Different data types.
Yeah. It is, we cannot perform the sum operation between one as an integer, one as a string, because it is a type error, data type error. It's a type error means what? X is holding a integer data type, Y is holding a string data type. It's a mistake is come from, what? It is come from the runtime error. It's a runtime error. Yes or no? So how do you handle it? You have to handle it. Yes or no? Otherwise, the program will be unnecessarily becomes, problem. So now what you are going to do? Here, try, keep them all, within this. Yes or no? Then you write a program that accept. Type error. There will be type error. Are you seeing, guys? These are all built-in keywords.
Yes, sir.
Type error. Yes or no? Then I'm going to handle it. What is that? Hey, you cannot perform some operation between integer and string data type. So kindly perform between valid data type. This message will be given to you. Then you will be get to know. Yes or no? Now you see the output. Here you cannot perform some operation between integer and string data types. Kindly give the valid data types. If you give valid, then nothing would happen. If you give valid, obviously a sum is going to be given to you. If you give a valid, try block doesn't have any error. It will be give you as usual output to you. What is output? 10 will be the output. So whatever the code you wanted to handle, you have to write as a body of a try block. If something goes wrong, what is to be conveyed to the end user, you have to write under the block called as a except block. Yes or no? For example, you are driving the car. Yes or no? You are trying to switch on the Bluetooth to the infotainment, but your mobile Bluetooth hasn't switched on. But you are trying to pair your mobile to your infotainment. It's a type mistake or not? It's a runtime
Yes.
mistake or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
That time, what is an error message you are expecting from the infotainment? Infotainment, how do you are expecting to be convey what mistake you have made? Why, what mistake you have made, it has to shown to you. That message need to be written within the except block. Yes or no?
Correct.
Correct. So that the user would understand. Oh, I have forgot to firstly switch on my Bluetooth so that I can be able to pair. The clear message has to be conveyed to the user. That message need to be given under the except block. Nowadays, don't think that the people are very smart or very intelligent. Layman also will drive the car. Yes or no? We used to see, minister's car, many people cars, they're all laymen, they are not educated. Probably fifth class, second class, third class people will drive the bench cars and Mercedes. Are they going to understand the English which will be displayed by the bench infotainment? No. The
No.
answer is no. You have to write an appropriate message to be conveyed to the driver so that he would be understand. Like if you don't wear the seat belt, the cluster would show you that it gives you beep sound, q q q q, like that it sound we give, and the whatever the symbolic notation would be there on the cluster will show you that you haven't used the seat belt. Whenever you keep the seat belt, automatically the alert message, whatever the alert sound will be get stopped. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Sometimes on the cluster in the especially AMT cards, some zigzag symbol is going to be appear. Sujit, have you seen such errors in your car?
Yes, sir.
That zigzag symbol, if you are not going to operate brake, clutch, all these appropriate manner, if you make clumsy, Rather than clutch, you will be changed to third gear. Like something, you are not going to operate the a sequential steps properly. The zigzag symbol is going to be enabled, that the whole engine is not going to operate properly. The car is not going to start. If we call to customer care and if he asks why the zigzag symbol have enabled, my car is not getting started, sir, you please operate the car in a proper manner. No, you are trying to keep the car in a driving mode. You are trying to start the car. You are trying to keep the automatic car in a reverse mode. You are trying to start the car. Inappropriate instructions you are passing to the car, obviously, which results into a zigzag symbol, confusion. Car doesn't understand what you wanted to convey to the instruction to the car. Zigzag is a confusion state. Yes or no? See, these are all, probably again, you will be seeing the embedded related things, it's all very vast subject. Probably in a global way, I'm telling you. See, I never teach the subject only for a specific purpose. You guys are going to be a real world people where many real world problems are not yet resolved because of inappropriate and expert people might not written the errors properly, even though now people are upgrading their knowledge. See, drunk, and if you start ignition of your bike, bike is recognizing that you have drunk. Do you think the same option was there before 5 years back?
No.
Obviously, no. It's an intelligence of like you people. Now, students like children are trying to be switch on the key. They will be trying to start by automated switch, so that they are trying to be escalator. Accelerator they are using, and children have died also because of that. Now, what was the option has given? Now, option has given, if we don't remove the side stand, your bike will not be started. Even though if your key will be in the right way. These are all things, now most of the things are displaying in the recent bikes dashboards. Your fuel level will be going down. It will be showing the levels properly. And next, how many kilometers the fuel is going to be useful for you. And proactively it will tells you your tires air levels are very high. Within 5 minutes your tire is going to blast. All predictions and instructions and suggestions and advices are proactively forecasted to be prevent a particular person of the device. Yes or no? These are all comes under exception handling, guys. Please understand them. Don't think about this bloody 1 plus 2 3 or like that. Think, apply your knowledge to be understand where this exception related errors can be save the people life. Yes or no? See, in flight, in case of the train, before 5 minutes, if your device is able to give you the error that your train is going to be the increasing the fire, increasing the temperature from 18 degrees to 45 degrees, can't you understand that something was wrong? You can pull out the brake and we can able to jump from the train. These are all things will be comes under exceptional cases. Exceptional errors can be proactively given to the end user such a way that people can take an action. They will be think about a plan of action. What is to be done next? They can jump from the train. The train can have air balloons. Yes, sir. Like that, in future we might be carry the balloons also. Because there are some situations are coming actually from the bus also. Let's 5 years back in the near Shadnagar, 42 people have burnt in the bus. There is no proactive message. Yes or no? Guys, please, this is my all experiences. That's what whenever I teach this subject, I used to recollect all my experience and I trying to be implement in future. These many days also because of gas blast, many people have died. You try to implement your home automation, guys. Make your home as an automation. Oxygen levels are oxygen is having a lot of chemicals. Do you recognize with your intelligence? If you go to Balanagar, if you go to Patancheru, if you go to some areas, oxygen levels are very, very, very contaminated. Waters are very, very contaminated. Do you recognize, even though you are highly educated? Can you recognize?